Hi everyone, I'm JD from Willow Journals. Welcome back to my channel. I am a journaler, journal maker and teacher of journaling courses, and in this video I'm sharing how I'm making some tags, collage tags out of these collage masterboards. So here's a look at how I store my tags first of all in this basket, and just give you a look at some of the tags I've made already. Some of them were made with collage masterboards. Some were with wallpaper, some are with fabric pockets, some are with vintage music paper, some with vintage piano paper. Here are my templates that I use, or ready-made tags ready for new ones to be made. Sometimes I pre-cut them. These are the first templates that I start with, and then from there I make my own. Here's a look at some that I just made earlier that I still need to stitch around, so I'll get my sewing machine and sew around the edges of those. Because I was working on some vintage French journals, and so I needed some more vintage French tags. So all of these masterboards on my desk in front of me are vintage French themed. Some are a bit more colourful than others, some are more text based, and some are more handwriting based. All different ones. This one I really love because it's got more of the blue. But yeah, I love all the different colours of the papers and the different headings and fonts, illustrations, really fun. So I've got some here that I want to make with a fashion masterboard that I made. So it's got a combination of different papers, but I did try to use some pictures wherever possible of like dresses or skirts or shoes or sewing machines and things like that. From some sewing or fashion newspaper or magazine style pages. And all of these are original French documents that I'm using here to make these masterboards. I have actually scanned all of them. This was a request by quite a few people. So I have scanned them all, and there are 10 in a kit in my Etsy now, finally. Finally got round to it. So that's my latest digital kit. I'll link below my Etsy shop, Willow Journals, in the description box. If you're a Ruby patron, do not buy it. You will have that kit over on Patreon put up for you in February this month. So speaking of February, 1st of Feb, if you'd like to become a patron in February, and if you're new to my channel, don't know what Patreon is, it's a subscription-based website or platform to support your favorite creators or artists, just to help them keep on doing what they're doing, or just to thank them, or just to be part of their community. And you get rewards, you get extra videos, you get extra printables. For me, you get personal updates, behind the scenes looks, first preference or access to my journals and items in my Etsy, and a whole bunch of other goodies depending on the tier. So I'll link below my Patreon as well. As always, I say the best time to start or sign up is at the start of the month, because you get a full month trying it out, seeing if you like it. You can opt out anytime or stay on. It's an automatic subscription, just like I sponsor a child. So every month that comes out of my account automatically every single month. So it works the same way, but you can opt out anytime. So if you just want to try it for a month, you can definitely do that. Along with getting this masterboard kit in February, if you're a Ruby patron or higher, you actually get every single digital kit from my Etsy, which is over 40 different kits. So that's there's a lot of vintage French things. There's vintage French tags, vintage French receipts, ephemera, ledger papers. There's a whole bunch of collage packs. There's a whole bunch of art packs, and a whole bunch of botanical journal cards, quote cards. There's a lot in there. Linens, doilies, embroidered linens, all that kind of stuff. So that's probably the best value one. And yeah, I definitely recommend that one if you're thinking about it. And if you want to get yourself a little treat, you get every single digital kit at that tier level or higher. So yeah, I'll like to link that below, and basically hope it's pretty self-explanatory what I'm doing here. You can just watch and see what I'm doing, but I'll talk it through as well. So I just get those store-bought tags as my templates, and then I use them to trace around my masterboard and then cut them out. If I want a different size, all I do is place the tag in different areas on the masterboard, and I'll either make it shorter or longer or narrower or wider depending on what I like. And I know you could turn the masterboard over and trace on the back of it, and that way you have like a surprise when you turn them over. You're like, oh, where's the tag going to be? What's going to be on the tag? And I have done that before, and yeah, that's fun. I tend to like having a bit more control over the tags and what they look like, so I like placing them where I want them to go and catching different things, different elements. So that was one that I've cut up. Now I'm going to show you another one, and I think with this method what I do is actually, because I think before I cut them out one at a time, but you can definitely just get your tags and trace around them and trace around the whole lot and then cut them out at the end. So, but this one, see how I'm placing it where I want it to go in the bottom right hand corner? So I'm making a shorter tag, because when I look at what's on the piece of paper, that's what I want to capture, if that makes sense. And that's how, because I get a lot of questions from people like, how do you measure your tags? So I hope this video answers that question. Even if you just have one store-bought tag, you can place it wherever you want and make it, cut it to whatever size you want. And if you don't have a store-bought tag, that is totally okay. I have free cut, is that the right terminology? Free-handed my cutting of the tags. And yes, sometimes it's a bit wonky, and sometimes I have to have a few more goes at getting a straight line, but you can definitely just, you don't need a template, you can just cut it out yourself. But if you don't have a store-bought template, I'm sure you can Google a tag template and trace around that. If you don't have a printer, literally just get a piece of paper or vellum or tracing paper and stick it over the top of your screen if you're comfortable doing that. I've done that before. When I wanted to trace a picture, I'll do that. I'll place a piece of paper over my screen and trace it. So I know that's just another idea. Yeah, this one, it looks like I am cutting it out one by one again. I'm looking at where I want to place the tag and then cutting it out. I actually filmed this video quite a while ago, last year, so I think from memory I do one more masterboard where I just rule them all out first and then cut them out at the end. But yeah, this one, as you can see, it has more of that fashion theme to it, and I am currently working on a journal that is a book cover journal, and on the covers I've actually featured some of my masterboards. So that's one thing I want to say with the masterboards is you don't have to just use them as tags. I cut them out to make journal covers with them. You could also use them to make journal cards. You could use them to make pockets, or you could just use them as background collages. So that's what I love about the masterboard, is that you can use it in multiple ways. And I've made it available as a printable, so what that means is you could keep printing it out multiple times and use them in all of those ways. And for me, one of the things that I love most about digital kits is a kit that can be used in multiple ways. Like, you don't print it out just in one way and use it one way, but you can size it however you want. You can make it bigger, smaller, you can cut and crop it wherever you want, and that way you can use it in so many more ways than just the way that it's presented. And so that's my hope for like all my digital kits. Some of them don't lend themselves to that, but this one you can definitely print them out and do whatever you want with them. Turn them into journal covers, turn them into pages, double side them and turn them into pages. You could put a masterboard on one side and some ledger paper on the other side. And that's what I love doing with my kits as well. I love mixing and matching them. So, because I've got linens, I've got ledgers, I've got receipts, I've got now these masterboards. What I'll do is I'll back them onto different pieces so that you get a different look. You could definitely double side a ledger on a ledger, or a masterboard on a masterboard, or a linen on a linen as well. But when you mix and match, yeah, you just get more variety, more options for pages. You can really fill out a journal and bulk it out when you have that variety. And so the more kits that I've been making, I enjoy it more because it allows me that flexibility of being able to choose, mix and match, and really have that fun variety in that junk journal style where when you turn a page, every page is different. So yeah, really fun fashion tags. Like I said, I'm working on a vintage French journal, and on the cover I used a masterboard that was fashion themed. So that's why in particular I'm trying to make some fashion themed vintage French tags for that particular journal. I'll probably also put other vintage French tags in there too, but because I have the theme, I want it to go together, so that works well. And then I will take it to my sewing machine. I use either cream or dark brown thread usually for my sewing. If I have black, I'll use black as well. Really any colour's fine. And I'll either do a zigzag stitch or a straight stitch. I like both. And I think I'll do the zigzag because that has more, it lends itself more to that sewing theme style to make it really known in the journal. Hey, this is a sewing journal. Oh, okay, so this one, I think this is what I'm showing you another way, what I was saying earlier, where you can flip it over and then do it purely random. So I'm going to mark out all of my tag templates all in order in a row here, and I'm going to show you how I do different sizes as well. This one I'm just going to do the same size, so 2 large ones. I like the larger tags because you can, oh no, I'm doing a different size. This is how I do it. I move the tag up and then it's a shorter tag. But yeah, I like the larger tags because when you have a big pocket, a small tag, excuse me, a small tag gets drowned out in the pocket. Bless me, sorry. Keeping it raw and real here. So yeah, I like having it being able to stick out of the pocket and you can actually see the tag. But I like having a variety of tags, all different sizes, because if you have a small pocket, then obviously a large tag won't even be able to fit in that pocket. So I tend to make everything in bulk. I make, as you saw with that basket of tags at the start of this video, there were a lot of tags in there, and I'm trying to fill up that basket again. It's the only way I can use them, if I have them in bulk. If I don't have many, then I hoard them. I save them. So I want to build it up again, build up my stash, fill up that basket, and then I feel comfortable using them in journals, because I already do have quite a lot of vintage French tags in there, but I'm precious with them. I want to hold on to them for a bit longer, so I'm going to, that's why I'm doing this, making these tags, as well as because I want to have the fashion themed ones, but also because I want to mix and match. Yes, I could use the ones that I already have in that basket, but now that I've made these extra ones, now we have a bit more variety in the tags that I'll be using. Again, so here you can see I'm just chopping and changing between the tags, doing all different sizes. Really fun. Really quick and easy way to do tags. Sometimes, I will cut out the tags first. Oh, I'm using manila folder as well, if you're wondering what that base is. Manila folder. It has a nice weight to it, not too thick, not too thin. I will cut out my tags on the manila folder separately, and then I might glue on like a collage or some paper on top afterwards. I enjoy both. I don't have a preference. Just 2 different ways of doing it. So I do have other tutorials on my channel showing other ways I make tags. So if you're ever looking for anything on my channel, just use the search bar, the search tool, and type in tags or covers or binding or whatever it is you want to look for, and it will come up. And the exciting part is turning them all over and seeing what they look like. Another thing on Patreon, there's some extra masterboards that I have that I'll release over on Patreon too. So I think I made maybe 14 masterboards. So I made a kit of 10 for my Etsy, and then I'll add a few more over on Patreon as well to give some extra rewards. And yeah, I wanted to get that kit up sooner rather than later finally, because I actually want to start using these masterboards now. Yes, I've had them in my drawer for ages, but now I want to actually use them, and I will use the rest either as tags or journal covers. Very fun to use these as journal covers because they set the tone so easily for the journals. Like, yeah, hello, I am a vintage French journal. Open me and you will find vintage French goodness inside. And that's just an idea as well. If you have any scraps or book pages, newspaper pages, anything, you can turn it into a fun collage, whether it's a masterboard or just a tag collage. Yeah, and it's really fun when you get the different colour tones, from the really nice creams to the darker browns, and it's just lovely how it all works together. Yeah, I do have tutorials as well, or process videos showing how I make collage masterboards as well. Again, so feel free just to search for anything. And as always, I just hope it's helpful. And I hope that this answers some of your questions about how I make these tags in bulk and how I do the templates. So feel free to ask any questions anytime, and I try my best to answer them in a video where possible. And yeah, just hope it's helpful, inspiring, and gets you creating and making things and getting joy out of, yeah, creating. So therapeutic, so enjoyable, so fun. Anyway, so thank you so much for watching and being here with me today, spending some time with me crafting. Let me know if you crafted along in the background or if you're going to try this, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys. A big special thank you to all my patrons in December who supported me and Willow Bound Journals with the vision to bring light and love to the world through storytelling, journaling, and creativity and inspiration. You guys, without you, I could not do what I do full time, so thank you so much. You allow me to do videos and make journals and teach journaling courses, so know that you are having a huge impact on not only my life, but all the people who watch the videos, get one of my journals, or do one of my courses. If you would like to become a patron in January, the link will be down below in the description box. That gives you access to extra videos, printables, behind the scenes looks, personal updates, first access to my journals, and you'll be just supporting me, and I just can't thank you enough for that, helping my dream come true. May you journal your life because your stories matter.